Hey there, I'm back. So I wanted to do a prelude on the video I made a little while ago about the power of our focus and the effects it has and all that lovely stuff. Um, I've been aware for a while that I have a very powerful focus of attention. I have very high intentions for all I ever meet or interact with or do. And so I'm a very powerful creator. I've known that for a while. But the thing about that being the state of facts that we're dealing with, I've been able to observe, and like a lot of people that are awakening around a lot of people that are still trying to identify what's really going on here, they become the most powerful one in the room. So it will seem at times that you're creating a world of puppets, where everybody is speaking to you in some beautiful way, and how you are actually the one making it all happen, And so it's a pretty magnificent process in how it goes. But when you become aware that you're pretty much controlling everyone around you, you're not wanting to, but somehow because your power of focus and your intention is the highest, and your light quotient is the highest, and your power of belief is strong, you will make everybody else do what it is that is your point of focus, and whatever it is you think is going on. At a certain point, that becomes its own superpower, because you start realizing how strong of a creator we all are, and everybody's going to identify that at a certain level. But if you are interacting with people that aren't as aware of how it all works, and how intentions can be seen, and how patterns play out, and how there's a narrative that everyone just autopilots through, it is going to seem like you're controlling everyone and everything. And that being the point, I don't ever purposely try and manifest anything. I flow with life and how it unfolds. I really don't even have any goals. I do have things that I'm passionate about, but whatever will be of them will be of them. I don't have any specific outcome that I'm striving for, except just being myself fully in every moment and however I feel. I don't want to place visualizations in my mind of others. If I was to want to spend time with someone, I'm not going to use my power of focus to manipulate the wills of my reflections. It's kind of like a very divine state of surrender, because you're pretty much just letting the universe show you where you're at. And so I understand that whatever is meeting me at the same energetic level will actually meet me at the same energetic level. They'll be where I'm at. I'll see them with my tangible eyes. I won't imagine them with my mind and think certain things or thoughts or sounds or patterned repetitive cycles are coming from any specific sources. It's all about really just staying focused on what's happening, and I can hear my daughter playing out there. So I really thank you guys for listening to me, and I hope you guys honor your guys' power as you tune into it and tap into it, and you don't use it to manipulate others, and you don't treat everyone like they're puppets on strings, and you understand that they're all divine fractals of you, and that they will never need your power of focus to try and put them in whatever direction they're in. But it's not a responsible co-creative choice to be negligent of the fact that we hold a lot more power than we realize, and definitely more than others might realize. They don't even know what's going on, so they think they just be doing them, but really they're reenacting everything for each one of us. It's kind of magical how we're all always doing that, even when we're unaware. But those of us that become aware start to focus in correct directions and strengthening things we don't want to see. And we start realizing that we can take another person's life and trajectory and timeline and take it in another direction, like an activation portal that we are. But that's something that needs to be taken responsibly. You don't unhinge, or encroach on somebody else's free will. You don't want something that maybe they won't want and then force it to happen because your power of focus can make it so. Or, when it regards to any kind of situation, really, that ain't cool. We don't play that. So, however that makes me look, I really don't care. I'm holding my power with integrity and a very high moral code to make sure that what comes in my space comes there at its own free will and not because I've manipulated it in one way to give me its attention, its power of focus, or its presence. And it's really pretty simple. All right, super thirsty, so I'm going to go. Talk to you guys soon.